Let's hop ourselves in. Fingers crossed that everything goes smoothly. I think everyone that needs to be in is in. I don't know. We'll find out soon enough. There we go. Let's get things chopping and spinning away here as we get ourselves hopefully loading in. We've got last time around everyone loaded in. So if we have problems now, I am going to be flipping mad since everyone did finally load into the game. Net, you bet, net man. All right. We're looking good. We've got 13 of the 14 spectators in, and this should be the one. IG versus Titan, best of 3 in the loser bracket. One of these two teams is going to be knocked out of the Summit Asia. That's the big storyline here. These two teams, Titan losing to LGD, IG losing to Dreamtime. One of them's going home, one of them's going to be staying alive, and even the team who stays alive is going to have their next match against either Vici Gaming or Newbie. So a tough road awaits for even the winner of this match, but we're in the draft. Let's go. Titan versus IG. I'm excited. I think this is going to be a tight matchup with the way IG's been playing. It's not being that convincing, and I think Titan are really starting to find their form. So even though they are playing on the Perfect World servers, they showed against LGD that they've got kind of clear strategies laid out for actually dealing with these matches. And I think Titan strategically, their early game is just almost unmatched. They play this very aggressive early game ganking-centric lineup. They prioritize winning their lanes and going from there. And that's where you can pick these strong laning heroes, and it doesn't matter if you've got slightly more ping. And they only have like 100 to 120 ping on the Perfect World server, so it's still very playable for them. As, well, we'll see what they do go for here. It is going to be best of 3. So 6.81 patch. Haven't seen either IG or Titan play on the 6.81 patch yet, so interesting to see if they actually try and experiment, go for some different unusual picks. I think Faith, definitely one of the captains who would try and look to experiment. Titan as well. But probably be happy with a few of the changes, as they weren't big kind of pushes of heroes like Ember Spirit. But to talk all things this game draft, I'm joined by K-Poptosis. How you doing, man?
Good. Don't let me forget to go turn off the draft overlay, okay?
Oh, yeah.
I'm so, not used to having to do that, so it'd be really bad if after all the issues. I even left the music running while you were talking for a bit, but I saw it and turned it off in time.
Whew. This has just been...
Dude, we went through like 12 lobbies.
I know. I was. You lose your flow, you lose your rhythm, and this is
messed up.
Finally we get a lobby that worked. I don't know what that was, but we literally at first it was KYXY who failed to load into the game, what 12 I think it was like 12 times. No, you're saying 12, like 6 or 7 times in a row, and then he was loading in, and all the players somehow got these failed message. So
yeah, and they were still able to talk.
Yeah. No one knows.
They failed, but they were still in the loading lobby, which makes no sense.
Yeah. Well, there we go. We're going to stop our Steam notifications. IG, first pick Ember Spirit. It's been nerfed, but they say it's still good.
Yeah, because it is still good, as is Batrider.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The thing is, what people a lot of people brought it up eventually, but it wasn't initially. People were like, oh, Batrider got so hardcore nerf, but it's basically the same Batrider as the pre-Blink Dagger change, and Batrider then was good.
Yeah,
the Blink obviously buffed him, but this is.
The mana change is significant, but it's not that big of a deal. As long as he gets his... the thing is, at the end of the day, it's still not going to keep him from getting a lasso off. It just means at the end of everything, he might not have that extra napalm or that extra flame break, which nerfs hero a little bit, but it still keeps his strength intact. What I'm going to be interested in seeing is, I don't think I've seen Ferrari play Ember Spirit since the new patch. I don't know if IG's played since the new patch. So it's going to be interesting to see how he skills his Ember Spirit now that...
that one Searing Chains build isn't as strong.
Right. So, yeah, because usually Ferrari and a lot of the Asian players would do the 3 to 4 points in Flame Guard, maxing Sleight of Fist, and keeping 1 point in Bolas.
Yeah, it's like a 1-4-4 or sometimes a 1-4-3.
Right. 1-4-3, and then they max Bolas to 4 and then get the 4th point in Flame Guard depending on the lane.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that ends up.
Okay, so IG get the Mirana to go with the Ember Spirit, and especially if you're going for a roaming ganking Mirana as opposed to How on as opposed to a Lure on a farming Mirana.
Right.
You want to go for at least 2 points in the Searing Chains to get the 2-second disable to set up that arrow.
Yeah.
And that's where maybe we look towards a more aggressive Ember Spirit. Even if he feels he can skip the Flame Guard, he'd probably love to right now.
Yeah.
But Ancient Apparition plus Batrider, the 2 picks for Titan. No.
I think it's pretty standard here. I like this Elder Titan ban against the Ember Spirit. I think that's smart.
Yep.
It just the synergy. There we go. The synergy between the armor reduction and the AOE Sleight of Fist is just ridiculous.
All right. Well, there's still heroes. So a lot of teams are doing this Dazzle Ember Spirit. Dazzle's still in the pool here. Not saying IG have done a lot. Do you think the Dazzle nerf has hit him hard or not really?
I mean, honestly, the only thing that changes is being able to break TPs.
Yeah.
And sure that was strong. Especially strong against certain offlaners that you get caught out. Like there's no way to like really break the TP. But I mean, you can just max poison. Well, still max poison touch takes till level 7 to get them into the stun. But
alright. Well, Shadow Demon Elder Titan ban. Titan go for the Yamate Clink. This has been getting. This was actually banned out. Like every game against LGD, this was banned out in the second ban stage, and IG do not ban it. So a good hero against the Ember Spirit. Silence, of course, one of the better ways of dealing with the hero. So that's good to see. Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this Yamate Clinks that everyone's been raving about. I haven't got to watch the WPC Dota.
It was good, but I didn't like the fact he never went Midas. He would go like this Orchid Rush, but like he could just get a Midas. Sure, it slows down your Orchid by 2 minutes, but in the long term, like when you look at your subsequent items, they come at the same amount of time or even faster. So
yeah, I mean sometimes for Clinks, like if he just does nothing but gank after the Orchid and the ganks aren't terribly successful, he can kind of fall off really fast. Yeah. Does he get a Blink Dagger or does he just?
No, it's like
so it's an old school
Orchid, BKB,
okay,
MKB, Daedalus, whatever it may be.
So this is old school Clinks.
But we'll see what the IG. I was saying, do you want to check that everything's going smoothly?
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. We'll see what IG go. They get the Bane. So Bane Mirana, some obvious synergy between these two heroes, and Mirana can still be played as a support to go with the Bane, or a possible core hero. But we'll see what it's going to be here. It's something that Lewis played a bit of the Mirana actually, so could well be the case here that IG want to do a Lua Mirana, Ember Spirit mid. It's a nice little dual core lineup, and they haven't got YYF's hero yet for the off lane, but should be pretty good. It feels like so many of the teams just haven't changed their drafting style at all since 6.81 comes out, and I don't think that's too surprising, especially with some of the bigger tournaments. Like this is a pretty big deal for some of these teams.
Clink's actually got a buff. Death Pact at max level is the same cooldown as the duration, which is actually a nice little quality of life change for.
So what was it before?
It was 45 at all levels, the cooldown. And the cooldown's reduced to be 5 at each level now. And so there's a lot less of that awkward, hey guys, we need to fight right now, but my creep's going to run out in 5 seconds. I got to go run in the jungle and find a creep and then come back and fight. So
you still have to find a creep when it wears off. Like if you're not near a creep, you kind of run some issues. But
yes, but there's not that awkward time. You can always have 100% uptime on Death Pack as long as there's a creep there at least.
Yeah. No, I think it's actually a pretty decent buff to Clinks. Like I think the hero was actually viable, like compared to some heroes, which is like more not all viable and got pretty kind of pointless buffs. But so I think we will be seeing some more Clinks as a result. But
we've seen some strong Clinks play like across the last patch. When Speed Gaming or Cloud9 had their run at MLG, they run a lot of Clinks. Yep. We saw Burning Clinks at Starladder, and that did well.
Yeah. Titan banning out the Viper here. I think looking at the IG lineup, they've got their YYF hero in the Centaur Warrunner. You get your Ember Spirit mid, so Bane Mirana could be your support duo, could be your farming Mirana. Chuan's played a couple games of support Mirana that I can recall over the last couple of weeks. Indeed. So
honestly, Mirana's the only hero that Luo's looked really comfortable on over the last week and a half or so. His one really, really good game at Starladder was on the Mirana. He went like 9-0. Also, Chuan went like 13-0 on his Enchantress, so it's hard to tell.
When Chuan plays well in Enchantress, he makes his entire team look good because of how much space he creates and how aggressive around the map he is.
Enchantress was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Speaking of Enchantress, it's a hero that's still in the pool.
Yes, IG could easily fit an Enchantress here. Bane Enchantress, good ganking duo. Yeah, it's a Rubik. Titan done typical Titan fashion. They look to dominate the laning stage. Like that to me is what Titan like. Every time they play, you'll see them pick strong laning heroes. Look to rotate a lot early. Use smoke ganks for just single pickoffs. Push down early towers. These guys just want to win the laning stage. What do you think Titan go for here as far as their mid hero?
Yeah, as I say, they definitely need a mid hero. I don't know. They want to go something against the Ember Spirit, so they're not going to be terribly. Gosh, I'm trying to think if he works really well. Maybe a Storm Spirit?
Yeah. I think they just go pretty vanilla, like your Puck Storm Spirit type mid.
I would like to see a Skywrath mid against Ember Spirit. Just to try it.
That's what Ben loves doing in his pubs.
Yeah.
He pulls out the Skywrath.
I feel like that's something that can often be overlooked, and that move speed buff to 315.
Nice.
Last time I saw an Int hero mid that got a move speed buff from 305 to 315, that hero was named Outworld Devourer, and he went on to ruin games for a solid month. So, I think that's a hero that could see some play. Just that he's honestly got the best silence in the game that's not like an ultimate. Just the targeted.
Well, it's single target. It's the main problem.
Yeah, well, the single target, like, it's the best
Yeah,
non-ultimate
like,
silence in the game because of how it's an immediate.
Well, how
low
do
cast time
what if you
silence.
compare it to like Death Prophet silence, which is an AOE silence?
It's a lot easier to hit. Like, it's a single target silence, and it's a really long duration, and it comes with a magic amp. So.
The magic amp's what I like, yeah, which is fantastic. But
Oh
ooh.
yeah, so we'll see a Brewmaster.
Yamate plays a good Brewmaster, but so does I think KYXY also can. So I will see who's going to be on what. But Brewmaster's a nice little pick here, I think. Doesn't dominate the Ember Spirit mid, as
and the Wraith King.
we'll see. Wraith King last pick. There's your Luo heroes. We saw a Wraith King Mirana offensive tri lane earlier today, and that actually kind of wrecked face. That was in game 1 of the WVW Grand Finals between HGT and Vici Gaming, and the offensive tri lane actually put on a lot of aggression and really won the laning stage for them. So I guess there's potential for a similar offensive tri lane. You look at Bane, Wraith King, Mirana. It's a pretty easy setup for an arrow, either from the Nightmare or you can use the Wraithfire Blast from the Wraith King. So,
and we saw how strong the Wraith King Mirana combo can be earlier today. Hearts Get Together, Hyper Glory team ran it, and it was a lot of easy arrows in the laning stage.
yeah, I'll get to see some more here perhaps. As it is going to be a support Chuan Mirana, so no big
10
surprises there
seconds
in general.
remaining.
Are you expecting an aggressive tri lane out of this?
5
I would
seconds
say
remaining.
probably not.
Okay.
Rubik AA, bit too damn scary as far as damage output. Like if they somehow like toggle the sleep and you miss the arrow, then you're pretty screwed. Like you have to play that offensive tri lane perfectly.
Shimmer hoping that they're going to
Prepare
run
for
into the
battle.
bat and try to shut down the bat.
Try shutdowns at the bat, go for some early. Both teams will be looking for early smoke rotations. Like you look at Bane Mirana, great ganking potential. Rubik AA, pretty damn scary as well. And it would even be Titan potentially going offensive tri lane. Right now it is Rubik AA and even Brewmaster heading up top. Do they do Barret safe lane? It looks like they are going to send a higher safe lane solo.
Interesting. So they want to fight Tri v Tri, it seems. Or maybe they're thinking that they're going to run aggressive.
Yeah.
And they're trying to avoid it.
I mean, Bane Mirana Wraith King is scary. You've got great chain stun. You've got a guaranteed, close to guaranteed arrow, especially if you combine it with the Wraithfire Blast. But as far as damage output goes, nothing really beats the 3-hero Chilling Touch, like with the Telekinesis. And Telekinesis is in theory a AoE stun.
Yes, if landed correctly.
30 seconds.
What do you think the thought process here for putting the Clinks mid and the Brewmaster in the tri lane instead of the inverse?
Well, Clinks isn't a good tri lane here. I think it's more like you put Clinks mid or safe lane versus Centaur.
I don't think Panda has a very good tri lane hero either. He's pretty level dependent.
He's level dependent, but he's better. He can fight just a bit better because he's got the clap and he's kind of tanky. Teams used to run a bit of tri-lane Brewmaster, like back in the days. Like this was when teams weren't completely sure what to do with the metagame.
I mean, LGD when Jatushi runs it, he runs it safe lane. So.
Yeah. A lot of teams do the like a farming safe lane, but like, offensive tri-lane Brewmaster not that common, that's for sure. But Stout Shield, A10 goes, and Bane Mirana say, look, we don't want to fight your offensive tri-lane. Like that's almost just saying, look, it's partly because they feel like it's risky. I think doing what they're doing now, which is what we saw. Exactly what we saw HGT do earlier when they just did that. No, that was Vici Gaming. The FY and Famery went bottom lane with an early smoke. This time around, they're going to go mid, though. So they avoid the offensive tri lane and say, let's get kills elsewhere.
The issue with avoiding this lane, though, is Luo is going to get nothing. They are just ditching Luo, basically.
It's a Wraith King. The Wraith King's one of those heroes that can actually get away with having very little. And there we go. Nightmare into an arrow. Yamate is going to be your first blood.
Well, that's worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Blood in flames.
It's like one of those safe lane farmers. Like you do a safe lane park. To me, Wraith King's in the same boat. Like sure, he's actually quote unquote a carry hero, but he can offer a lot to your team just by being level 6 and having treads.
Okay, that's true. And also another thing that Titan's giving up by running this aggressive tri lane, they won't be able to have their supports in the jungle stacking camps for the Bat
Radiant's
Rider.
middle
Close higher.
tower is under
Doesn't
attack.
get the Nightmare off.
So they're like, if Ohio gets forced out of lane here, like
Yeah.
it's going to be actually difficult for him to, and he's going to go already into the jungle now, but like he's got no support stacking camps for him. He's going to have to do it all by himself. So it's going to be a slow blink dagger for him. Like not terribly slow, but not as fast as if you have your supports being able to stack
I
camps.
mean, where is he actually headed right now? Maybe to this far left camp? Like, he's just one complete... as soon as this lane pushes out, he can't stay there.
Lift on Luo.
With the chilling touches, could likely be a kill here. We're going to turn and stun. He's going to keep on running here, but one more right click finishes him off. It's hard because he wants to leech XP, but you've got to play so far back. That's where I feel both Batrider as well as Wraith King should be going for this small camp pull. Like, your lane pushes out, you pull it back. You do just a single pull. Like, sure,
Right.
you're going to get yourself a double wave, but at least you get the wave back to where you can farm under your tower somewhat safer than you can otherwise. Because if he does tower, they can't go in him.
Leo's actually gonna have to be really careful here just to not feed against this tri lane. But I think they're gonna.
I mean, Batrider has the same problem. That's why Batrider just left his lane. So.
Well, yeah, Wraith King can't just abandon and go to the jungle though. I mean, he kind of can, but it's hard jungling with 1 point in crit and 1 point in Wraith Fire Blast.
The old pub straight up jungle Wraith King.
Yeah, it's not the best.
It's not good. It's like life stealer jungle.
Faith is being so cheeky here. Like, they're just invading this jungle.
Yeah, they actually get a lot of these last hits as well.
Wow.
The XP and farm going the way of the IG camp.
And what are you going to do? You're going to rotate supports over and fight against Mirana Bane? They're just going to kill you.
And once that Firefly's worn off, like, Batrider doesn't have the flying vision. Can't really fight at all either. Like, one Nightmare into an arrow, and yeah, like you say, you're screwed. And this is an empty lane for YYF. He's got his boots. I don't even think he cares about Trinkle Boots. He doesn't need them. He can just go for a straight up Blink Rush if he wants to. And I think that's almost... It's better to save the 500 gold and get the Trinkles later. Get your fast Blink Dagger.
I would agree.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Worth a shot. They've got the Sentry Ward if it does land, even if he pops a Shadow Walk. Or Skeleton Walk. I always get mixed up with these. Skeleton Walk, Shadow Walks, Wind Walks.
Windwalk.
Is there any Wind Walk in Dota 2? Or is that just like,
actually, speaking of Windwalk, or speaking of Panda, it's on his Air Panda. It's called Windwalk.
Okay. Mid lane, Yamate runs forward to dodge an arrow. He tanks a bit of Flame Guard damage just to dodge that arrow. He's actually fighting this one, Yamate. Manning up, he's going to get killed though. That's a solo. He got... That wasn't even outplayed. That was just...
He really underestimated the Flame Guard damage there and how quick Nat was going to be able to
Level
rotate.
3 Flame Guard, he couldn't actually tear through it. Searing Arrows is physical damage, so it doesn't actually wear down that Flame Guard. Because if you can break the Flame Guard, you're fine. But the AoE damage just destroyed him. Not sure what Yam... No, I mean, we kind of have an idea of what he was thinking there, but...
I think he thought he could trade. And he would have Ned coming in to get the kill, and he could bait him out. But just
I mean, a lot of people say, like, Searing Chains plus Sleight of Fist is the more aggressive laning, but the Flame Guard, if you can get in close proximity, does a ton of damage. It's like an Iron Shell and a Darkseid. You cannot just sit around tanking up that damage. You have to run the hell away from it.
It also pushes the wave out better.
Ferrari getting aggressive. He's got backup in the form of Faith. AA's in this, so we'll see. Ferrari level 6 leaves a Fire Imp, TP's home. Could see a Nightmare being used here, and this is where almost like you consider like saying, "Hey, pick me up a Dust or something when I come back to the lane." But
he has a Sentry.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's holding on to that.
Faith also level 4, so that's pretty good to have on your support here already. Here, Chuan's at bottom lane. He's just lurking around looking for an arrow, but this bottom lane's still abandoned. And YYF is still just free farming away. He did go for the Trenkles, but he's got 1,200 gold on top of the Trenkle boots. So.
And Blink Watch for Ohio is not going well. He went ahead and got the Tranquils, and he's stacking up camps, but he's still...
He'll be much slower than the Centaur.
Right.
Okay.
Dire's
So for tidying this off lane, this is the lane which in theory they're winning. KYXY 32 CS.
Luo 1 CS.
Yeah, like no big, like that's honestly not a big deal for a Rattlesnake. Or, oh my god, I'm going Rattlesnake for IG.
You're gonna
this damn
get
Rattlesnake
LD
tag
here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
know.
Man.
Valve had good intentions with the name tags, but the players haven't even got their proper name tags set up.
Maybe now the thing. Oh, Jonathan gets gone on.
The triple fall. that trip, I think it was a triple or at least a double Fire Remnant spam. He used everything.
Triple, yeah, because he used up all his remnants immediately. You can see.
That was the full-on nuke to try go for the solo kill. Like Bane was there, but Bane couldn't even get in to help out.
Honestly, if he just kept running and hoped that he was in the same, like Yamate was in the area, the Flame Guard would have ticked him down.
It looked like I think he actually had the ability to chase him. Although Clinks does get the bonus movement speed from the Skeleton Wall.
And he probably didn't want to take any tower shots in this. Because Net was.
He used all his Fire Remnant, so you chase under the tower, you get hit.
Net's doing this like helicopter mom thing, where he's not actually in lane to help out, but he never wanders very far away.
But AA is not the best hero to do that with, though.
No, he's not.
That's more like your Rubik, because he's got telekinesis. AA offers no real defensive capability. He can offer like some return kill potential as top lane. Stampede being used here. KYXY maybe in some trouble. Lua going to go for a stun here. Extinct is nearby. Gets a lift off Ferrari. Maybe pushed back a little bit here, but KYXY still in the run. No level 6 for him. There's your Searing Chains. One more wave, Fire Blast. Ember Spirit, Flame Guard getting the kill. More bot lane. They did throw an arrow here. I'm not sure if the Stampede was used just for top lane or if it had some impact over this bottom lane as well. It doesn't look like it was. It looks like it was just for top though. This Ember Spirit's doing really well. Like Ember Spirit is still
Yes.
as strong as ever.
Still
The
very
one
strong.
thing which it is like right now you can see that just the 1 point in Searing Chains nowhere near as strong when it's the 1 second duration opposed to the 2 seconds. So
But that wasn't what everyone was saying was so strong about the hero anyway,
No.
right? So.
It does make it harder to get as many kills as maybe in the past. Like
Agreed.
you can't use this Ember Spirit to set up a Marana arrow because 1 second disabled is not quite enough.
Not enough.
So.
It's still really good at chasing.
KYXY, I mean, you're talking about the Blink Dagger Watch. He's the one who's actually going to be getting the Blink first for Titan, so that's coming up soon. But YYF has his bottom lane. Oh dear.
Oh, wow.
That's a scary thought here. And AA's just sitting in the trees as Net loves to do. Hiding away, trying to leech some experience, work on his level 6. And they will see the Centaur Blink Dagger, so YYF just gets a bit impatient. Doesn't really care that he gets spotted with his Blink.
At this point, it's more of a scare tactic. Okay, let me see it. Stay away.
Yeah.
Stay back.
Oh.
I could kill you if I wanted to.
Yeah, Net once again just going to try and leech some more
Radiant's
experience here.
bottom
This will get
tower is
Centaur's got
under
his
attack.
TP scroll as well, Stampede ready to go, so it's really hard for Titan to fight anywhere on the map because Centaur can be TPing in with a Blink. Anyone can be getting Stampede to help cover their retreat.
Radiant's
Unless they
bottom
really
tower
burst
is
someone
under
down with like
attack.
Batrider having a level 6 lasso, but he hasn't got his Blink. He hasn't even got his level 6. This is still a good couple minutes away, so. Bottom. This is. He made it. Centaur can just solo kill him, surely.
So
He's
low.
already low. Yeah. What's he
What a
thinking?
ballsy TP out in front of the
I think Net just like. Net's probably like sitting behind him like, dude, what are you doing? You can't be. There's a Centaur with a Blink Dagger in case you didn't hear. He got a 7-minute Blink Dagger. I wasn't joking about that.
He did get a self from that,
Yeah.
so.
And Titan are actually trying to bait up on him lane, it seems, because they're rotating in a couple of heroes, but they got scouted up by an observer ward. Really nice. Look at these aggressive observer wards in the jungle.
Yeah.
Not just the one in the normal neutrals, all the way on the far left on the cliff. They've got really deep wards up.
They really wanted to catch Net really low on health and go gank him, I think.
Radiant's middle tower.
And they
is
won't be able to
under
do that,
attack.
but our Net, Ohio. And they won't be able to do that, but they are still delaying this Blink Dagger.
Radiant
still 1,000
structures
gold
are
off.
fortified.
IG will get to pressuring this top
Radiant's
tier 1
middle
tower. There is a
tower
4-hero
is
push
under
coming.
attack.
Arrow actually hits KYXY, and he's got his Blink Clap ready to go, but let's see how much more he can
Radiant's
make
top
out of what he
tower
can
is
actually
under
make out of
attack.
that one. With the Stampede, you pop the
Dire's
Blink Clap
bottom
into an
tower
ultimate,
is under
you just
attack.
Stampede away from those Primal Split Warriors. Maybe they get a Cyclone off to
Radiant's
counteract the
middle
Stampede
tower
somewhat,
is
but
under attack.
And
it's
this dual push is going to be enough to force Titan back.
Ferrari's almost just straight up got this mid tower with a double damage rune. This is scary. TP's coming top lane. That's your Brewmaster. Blink. Clap to follow. Primal Split being usable. There's your Stampede retreat. Cyclone does go on Luo, but he's got the Reincarnation. This is not the hero you want to be cycloning up. You wanted to get the Faith, and it looks like Faith may still go down. One more right click. He gets the salve off Faith. Still alive.
Rock.
The Boulder Toss will finish him off. Rock to the face. Another Cyclone coming in. There's a Centaur. Blink.
Oh, Yamate.
Hoof Stomp. Double Edge. Yamate going to go down. Nice return fire coming out of
Radiant's
IG. It's a
middle
1-for-1
tower
trade
is under
with
attack.
the more important kill going with IG.
Radiant's
Not to
middle
mention
tower
Ferrari.
has
We saw him
fallen.
mid earlier. He's pushing this T1 tower and uncontested gets himself some tower gold.
Now IG's in a position to push this tower as well.
The numbers at top. They put a Blink Hoof Stomp. Just enough mana for the Hoof Stomp, so
So a failed tower defense, and they traded a support for a carry. Not the
Yeah.
best for Titan.
it's like that's also a Brewmaster ultimate cooldown, like just to kill a Bane.
Radiant's top tower is under
That
attack.
was. I like the sentiment from Titan to try and engage up there, but it's like you're engaging into a reincarnation Wraith King. That's just not going to work out well for you. At most you kill. I think it was like kill the Bane and hope no one dies. But even if you kill the Bane and you use a primal split for it, it's still only just worth it because they weren't defending mid lane.
Radiant's top
So
tower
Right.
is under
If you're
attack.
Titan, why do you try to defend the top lane instead of the mid lane with the Ember Spirit? Are you just scared of the double damage ring?
I think
Radiant's
you've
top
got to.
tower
You can't
has
give Ember
fallen.
Spirit a free tower. Like that to me was the bigger problem. Getting a Bane kill was not going to do much. And the top T1 tower actually wasn't under that much pressure. Like they had numbers there, but it wasn't under pressure. And Titan are just kind of in a pinch right now. They haven't got any way to fight against the Centaur with such a fast blink.
And if there's a tower you would rather keep just for map control reasons, it's definitely the middle tower versus your offlane tower. I mean, this is the most useless tower in the game, right? We've heard it said several times. Like,
Yep.
the Radiant offlane tower doesn't really give you anything.
I honestly think the T1 mid is more useful than a lot of the Tier 2 towers.
Yeah.
Oh man, they smoked up. They're right by them. Do they see each other? They've gone in mid on Yamate. They went for the kill. Oh, Fiend Script got immediately cancelled.
That was a really aggressive position for Faith to throw out that.
Well,
Fiend Script.
yeah, it was weird because they were in the trees and then the two heroes were right on the other side. They were literally within 200 range.
I think they just thought they were not.
They could have just like whispered to each other across the trees,
True.
but unfortunately they didn't actually see the two supports there. It was funny because he started cussing Fiend's Grip and he was like in already.
Immediately.
Rubik didn't even have to move his feet to get the
No.
telekinesis off.
Okay, and Ohio will get his blink. But the thing is, IG has to know it's coming at some point now. Like, 12-minute blink is kind of the maximum time we see nowadays with people really prioritizing getting it up first.
Oh, but they're going to elude these wards here because of the smoke. Ohio will get revealed soon, and he'll get spotted immediately. Oh, Twan sees him. Like, that's where the warding, you shout at the smoke, and Ohio does not see you because he was in the fog.
And now they know he's got the blink?
That's a big loss here. These observer wards are being pretty damn useful. Twan is spot on with his warding.
Value wards.
There is a lot of cross coverage here, but it's also because this first observer ward's about to expire, so they want to keep getting these wards down here, especially because they want to go for this tier 1 bottom tower.
I mean, the entirety of their early game, or like their kill potential right now is the Bat Rider, right? Like the roaming duo hasn't really been able.
Brewmaster's somewhat, but yeah.
The roaming duo, if they get a good positioning, if you overextend a lift and the chilling touch on like 3 ranged heroes, it can kill you, but it's not nearly as deadly as a blink lasso. So.
You look at heroes like Ember Spirit, who are just so tanky because of the Flame Guard. Like, he can tank up so much of that damage. And looking at the Ember Spirit, he's gone for the 2-2-4 build. I think you need that second point in Searing Chains early. I think he'll go like 2-4-4 now. So instead of the 1-4-4, you go 2-4-4.
Right. I think
like,
that's good. You really need that max Sleight of Fist to fight well in the mid game.
No, I agree.
Just the extra 60 damage per hit.
Yeah.
More than that even. It's reduced now, so it's 40. It used to be 100.
So it just takes you slightly longer to get where you want to be with your max Sleight of Fist.
Right.
It seems.
It's going to do 40 less damage at max level, or every level actually per hit.
That's true. Yeah. He's just going to keep on farming up a bit in the jungle. He's got a TP scroll ready to help out should anything happen in bottom lane. Lua went back for a Midas on his Wraith King. We've seen quite a bit of Midas Wraith King, and I think it's worth getting it. Even a 12-minute Midas or something, no big deal. Like Wraith King can benefit a lot from the attack speed, and just he's happy to have
Wraith
the game.
King really benefits from attack speed. Both of his passives are really good with attack speed. He's actually, with the change to his crit being 300% damage at max level, he's got one of the better crits in the game. Like, the chance at 15% is okay. It's not great, but it's not bad either. And 300% critical damage is no joke.
I'm sure there's a lot of people out there thinking Wraith King's a good lure hero. Just a Q. That's how much can you mess up a Q?
Wraith King is actually, like, a lot more intricate than a lot of people think. Like, it's very you got to be very tactical with when you feed and when you don't feed. Like, you got to know when to die as this hero.
Radiant's bottom tower
is under attack. Putting on the line for his bottom tier 1 tower. That's only being defended. So Luo
Radiant's
gets
bottom
himself
tower
some
has fallen.
easy, not very hard-earned money there. He didn't even do most of that damage.
It's good that he's been able to really catch up on farm though, because at the 6-7 minute mark, he had one last hit.
Yeah, one last hit, and it was the first blood as well this game, or no, second blood. I can't remember. Yeah, they got the first blood mid, so he was the first kill Titan got very early on, but. It's where like you could put him safe lane because you knew your support roaming druid, the Bay Mirana, were going to get you so much in the other lanes.
And honestly, the fact that he only died once and was able to soak a lot of XP was very, very good for him. Do you think he'll go Blink next?
I
think that's what Lua did last time.
I think Armlet's still good, but not so much against the AA. And
I think he would have already picked up a Helmet Iron Will.
Yeah, I think Blink is good. I'd say Blink. Blade Mail not bad. I like the Blade Mail Mjolnir type builds as well that we've seen a bit.
Mjolnir's so good on Wraith King. Oh,
yeah,
so great.
It's a lot to farm, but like that's where the Midas helps you out.
Right. And it's just putting the static shield on yourself is so good because you're just like you can just run at them, and if they attack you, they're gonna proc a lot of static charges. And if they kill you, then you're just gonna come back to life with a massive slash.
Ice Blast bottom lane, this is just stalling us. There will be a TP top. Wraith King to defend this one. Can't really stun a Blink Dagger hero. He'll just disjoint it, so... The push bottom maybe going to end now with Wraith King back towards the top lane. If IG go for a push here, they know that the Wraith King cannot join up in any way or form.
From Blaze to Inferno.
So I feel IG just have a good control over this game one though. They put themselves about a 6k gold lead, experience at only 3k in their advantage, but IG's lineup is really only just about to peak. Ember Spirit's just his level 11, which is his 2-4-4 stage, so he's got max Sleight of Fist, he's got the 2 points in Searing Chains for the 2-second duration. Centaur's going to have a pipe fairly soon. Like, Mirana's got the Arcane Boots in a level 7. Like, I feel IG right now are kind of almost at the peak of their strength, and they've already got a lead. So their lead should, in theory, get a lot bigger during this next 5-minute time span.
Agreed. They're in a very good position right now. They can basically do whatever they want. They can keep farming, and their Ember Spirit, Wraith King, is going to outcarry Clinks and Panda. They can fight right now, and they'll probably still win those fights because of how much farm they've been able to do with their Ember Spirit. So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this Clinks just isn't really catching off. There are 3 deaths on him. Didn't get a good timing on his Orchid. And even when he has this Orchid, he's going to struggle. He struggles to fight. There's so much disables.
Mid was just a very unsafe place to put him against heroes that can roam like Damarana.
Oh, moving forward here, the Batrider's looking for a lasso, but he did not want to lasso the Wraith King. Not with the reincarnation here. Luo's in the front. Will get hit by an Ice Blast, but this is just a reincarnation. Run in, Luo. Slow everyone. There we go. Titans Yamate getting slowed up to all hell, and YYF being brought down. Maxino gets kept alive by a nice defensive Nightmare there. Brewmaster Primal Split. It's the only thing left really standing right now. Clinks in the Brewmaster. Brewmaster ultimate wears off. Ferrari. He gets the right click. Oh, wow. Long-range Searing Chain. Blink.
Followed up.
Wraith Fire Blast. Arrow. KYXY is as good as dead. There's your Blink double edge to finish him off. And really nice play. There was just not enough firepower.
There's so much disable on this team for RG.
You have, like, all 5 heroes.
All 5 heroes have a very solid disable.
Yeah. Like, it's not even like you're, like, quasi-disables. Like, everyone has a solid disable. Some with ults, like, in the, like, a Bane.
And it's all stuff they can chain together insanely well. Like, it's a very good combo.
We trade 1-for-1. Brewmaster's actually going to go for a buyback here. Fire Remnant out from Ferrari. Wants to TP home. There's a Flame Break, though. Ferrari. Fire Remnant out. Does do so.
Oh, but Yamate. Wow, that was very good positioning by Yamate.
That's his Orchid. I think he's almost... I think he has something.
Got into the mega kill streak.
700 gold, and he's got enough money for his Orchid now, I want to say.
It's almost too little too late, though.
Yeah, it does feel a bit like that, but it's still a couple very important kills. AA killed the Wraith King as well at the same time. And we'll see if that's going to be enough to get Titan maybe on at least somewhat of a roll here.
Yeah, maybe they can catch a couple of pickoffs now.
They can't team fight. Like, we saw what happened mid lane. Like, just,
they will get chain stunned to death.
It's ugly. And when you've got a Brewmaster like Batrider lineup, well, Batrider less so, but the Brewmaster especially, you're normally thinking team fight. But Batrider's going to be looking for single target pickoffs with the AA ultimate, the Clinks as well, hunting around. It's just going to be like a couple little assassin squads with Batrider, Clinks, and then AA firing from wherever.
So they have 4 different ways to have like long range initiation setups. Like they have Blink.
Oh, they've got a gem here. They see Yamate.
Dead.
Oh yeah, gem on the centaur. Let's say there's a sentry as well, but yeah, gem centaur. Things get hard for Yamate. That's with his Orchid, but there was not much he could do there. Possibly a Roshan to follow on this one, but they don't even have. It looks like Luo's blinking.
Another thing, like all of their CCs are 2 seconds or longer. Like like the worst CC they have is the Wraith Fire Blast with a 2-second stun and a 2-second slow. They have Arrow, they have Nightmare, they have Hoof Stomp, which is still 2.75 seconds.
Searing Chains is worse than the Wraith Fire Blast currently.
Oh yeah, well it's okay currently. It's not got to 3 seconds yet because he hasn't maxed it yet. But when it gets there, it'll be a 3-second stun. It'll be a 3-second route.
Dire's top tower is under
crazy.
attack.
I mean, even stuff like Stampede is a nice
structures
slow.
are fortified.
So, I really worry for Titan right now. And they don't. You look at all that CC, you need BKBs, but who's even close or who's getting a BKB? Like, if this is 30 minutes in and you've got a BKB on your Batrider and Clinks, okay, sure, you're fine, but they will get picked up top lane. So finding, oh no, Stampede, Moonlight Shadow, it'll secure them at T1 Tower.
For Titan there, and they're not going to be able to take it.
That's a Bane. Like, of all heroes, you think Bane? Like, sure,
has
easy
fallen.
kill, free pickoff. Not the case. But yeah, if Titan have BKBs, this is an okay game. But Clinks and Batrider are not anywhere near a BKB. Batrider has to get 4-star first. Clinks, I can only imagine his next time will be that BKB, but
if he's trying to get pickoffs, a BKB is not. This is going to hamper his ability to get pickoffs if anything.
yeah.
Relative than going for a quick crit or a. I don't know what else Clinks normally goes second if he's trying to go damage.
The Blink Dagger's kind of like, that's your Envy style item.
I like Blink Dagger a lot on Clinks. Just make sure you get the full strafe off.
It solves a lot of your problems with getting kited around, but unfortunately for Clinks, he's going to get scattered in mid lane. Oh, Stampede's going to be needed, maybe. No, they get the Ember Spirit in. Searing changes there, the Hook Stomp to follow, and that's a dead Yamate, yeah. Oh, deal a lot of damage to Ferrari. Luo's gone mad mode here. He blinks into 3 heroes, and they can't find him because of Reincarnation. X-Think just has to... Oh, he's going to go for the TP out. Smart play from him.
Oh,
Luo can't.
almost got that crit in. Not quite.
Fortunately for Luo, once he's used the stun, he's got nothing left in his arsenal to stop that.
And the blade mail choice. So it's kind of the poor man's Mjolnir. The you don't
You
want to
got both.
attack me.
It's like the gateway drug.
There you go. Okay. This is just the you don't want to attack me, and I'm just gonna stand and.
Invisibility.
These are the race kings that you hate because it makes the other team make a really, really tough decision.
You blink into 5 heroes and you pop blade mail. It's like, well,
And
what do we do
They
now?
can't attack you because if they
Yeah.
kill you, you're gonna slow yourself.
And a lot of the damage you can't prevent, like the AI blast, the firefly damage. Like some of this will be returned one way or another. Oh, Faith's at bottom lane. He's looking for maybe killing KYXY. They've got the observer ward here. This will need a hidden arrow. Faith is too far. The Bane won't be in range for it. Oh, there is the arrow anyway.
Okay, why no? That night vision.
So by the time he saw it, it was too late.
It
But
didn't matter. There's no follow up.
no big. Yeah. Well, it's still tied in a bad spot. I feel like from here on out, IG can starve them. They've got the gem not just for the clinks, but also to deward the entire map. Like right now, Titan have no vision up whatsoever. They are going to deward some of IG's, but
This area of the jungle has been IG's the entire game.
yeah, this is the 3rd ward here. They had the 1 ward here like 5 minutes in, then they put the
Radiant's
ward
top
just
tower
behind here,
is
and now
under
this ward's
attack.
here. It's this one spot which IG are just constantly controlling. And the number of just pickoffs and just... It also just means that IG can farm this Radiant jungle unopposed. And take Titan's farm away from them.
They're gonna have enough map control to just be able to take Roche. It's gonna be a slow Roche, but it doesn't actually have to be fast because Titan knows there's not really anything they can do to fight it.
I mean, yeah. Well, the thing is, Titans like they don't know if they're roaching, they don't know if they're smoking. They have to play defensive no matter
There's
what.
just a
An easy
big area of just nothing.
So Yamate, I like where he's kind of positioned. He's just lurking around really deep, and it's so unlikely he gets found by the Centaur gem. Like, you know that Centaur is probably not even nearby.
to the dark.
He's hoping like for a Courier Snipe, just for any kind of solo pickoff, but
Radiant's
Courier's
bottom
coming down, but
tower
he's
is
already
under
left.
attack.
Maybe he'll see it. He might see it. Is he gonna be patient? Oh, he just moved
yeah,
out.
He moved out, unfortunately. I love it. He's going like hiding back in, out, just so he can try and get a. If he sees the Centaur,
I think he's gonna get it here.
Yeah.
He doesn't. What?
Radiant's
Why
bottom
is he not
tower
going?
is
Scared.
under attack.
They even like.
Chuan, his wind walk's
Chuan-
on cooldown. The
Chuan
problem is his
was-
skeleton walk's on cooldown.
Chuan
so-
was baiting him with it. There's nothing on that courier to be given. They knew Yamate was there.
No. Those observer wards.
Oh, okay.
It,
Well,
it brought Chuan observer
I saw
ward.
the courier go back and forth and back and forth. Like
I think
two
it
or
was
three
just like
times.
the team fight. It was like your pub game. Like I want to get my item. No, I want my wards.
Okay. It was like he was wagging his ass in front of him,
Yeah.
like,
I
come on,
know.
you want?
It was just a weird coincidence.
Okay.
Like Yamate definitely came
Radiant's
from
bottom
FOB. Like that
tower
was,
has
I think,
I thought they
90.
just thought since they had been
Dire's top
hadn't seen him
tower is
so
under
long
attack.
that he was maybe looping behind for it. But
That would be like map hack
Yeah.
type awareness. I would say like that's. But I think it was just a big coincidence. Yamate did not want to go for it just because he didn't have Skeleton Walk up. Like if he came out, he just used Skeleton Walk. So if he came out, he would have had to kill the Korean insta TP. But
right.
Chuan was like right here, so he could actually maybe hit an arrow.
And it's just not worth that much of a risk this late in the game. And there was nothing on the ward. There's nothing on the courier worth value.
Titan not smoking into the enemy jungle here, making a move towards Luo. They can kill him once, killing him twice though, that'll be tricky. They're gonna go for a lasso, Blink Flap is there. And, looks like Wraith Fire Blast does get stolen, so they will kill Luo once. Problem is, here comes the rest of the IG team. Centaur gonna drop, he's got a Stampede as well to help cover the retreat. They've used the Primal Split here, they want to bring down Luo a second time. They're really committing to this one, but the Stampede's gonna help his retreat. And now, it looks like Centaur blinking himself in, did use the Hoof Stomp here. Mirana getting one kill, Ferrari gonna shop now. With that, Batrider will go down, 2 heroes dead. And there's just no one on the IG side even close to going down now. Yep, Ultimate wearing off, KYXY hits the deck, and that's pretty dead.
Is under attack.
Even the best laid plans of Titans get completely torn to threads.
There's just so much long range setup on this entire team. Like, you engage on someone and they can just run across the map and be there and be able to counter initiate as soon as they get there. Like, it's just. I really like this draft out of IG, even though it is very
Dire's middle
6.8-ish,
tower
the
is
race
under
king.
attack.
We've seen a
Radiant's
lot
top
of
tower is under
this
attack.
patch.
I think people are just so used to like comparing 6.79 and 6.8 because 6.8 completely reinvented everything that people were expecting 6.81 to suddenly like be like another big change in playstyle, but it's actually a pretty
Pretty standard.
It was a very standard, like, mini balance check. It almost feels like 6.8 speed. Like, I would describe the 6.8 one patch as 6.8 speed. So,
Number tweak.
yeah, number tweaks, small balances. Like, to me, this is still the 6.8 metagame. Like, I don't think there's been a change in metagame. Like, the way people refer to the 6.79 metagame, then you go back to the 6.78 and stuff. Like, there was clear differences, which is not the case with 6.81.
There's not any mechanical changes, right? As the Wraith King is killing. You don't see any changes.
He doesn't have the ultimate anyways, but they're going to make sure they bring him down with the Fiend's Grip. And Yamate, he's spotted. He's in trouble. Ferrari with the Searing Chains. There we go. Only hits net, unfortunately. I thought he'd get both with that, but Lady Luck not favoring him this time. And with 3 heroes dead, they've got... Oh, lasso into the... Found it. Yeah, Ferrari. No Fire Remnant. Will he get out of this one? Doesn't look like he's stages, so...
Still going to be in range of the fountain for a small period.
He gets insta Fire Remnant. They want Ferrari, maybe. Wraith King actually didn't have going down on high. Yeah, this is...
Wow, they're able to turn around and get the kill.
This is not a fair fight. They kill Ohio, they can... I don't know if they get these Raxes now, but...
They lose Leo and the Aegis, and that's it. They might still stick around and try to get these Rax. I mean...
This is tough for time.
No. Yeah, they're going to back.
Dire's bottom tower is under
He's
attack.
on the hunt. Actually going to see Brewmaster's TP in as well, so... Brewmaster's farmed an Accept deck. It's not bad, like, all things considered, but... It's still, yeah... It's 15k gold lead, and actually they find... Yamate goes into a really tough spot. Yamate gets burst down here. Wraith Fire Blast coming out on Ferrari. Ferrari actually getting pretty low. The Ice Blast will help finish him off. Oh no, no, he's still alive. A little bit longer. The Stampede now on the retreat. That was a... Wow. Boulder Toss on the Chuan. Unfortunately, Primal Split unable to find the Ember Spirit, so Ember Spirit will be kept alive. Alrighty. That Sleight of Fist just at the last second helped him out.
Once again, IG's able to get a kill and get away.
Yeah, that's what their lineup's so good at, just because of how mobile they are. Like Mirana Leap, Centaur Stampede, the Blinks, the Fire Remnants, Wraith King's got a Blink, Bane's got a Blink. Everyone's got mobility on their team.
Chuan's been so good this game too. Hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
Been a part of 9 kills.
Chuan's like the original playmaking support hero, like prototype. Like this is the prototype for players like FY and stuff.
Yep. Completely agree. So, let's see what they do to try to put the nail in the coffin here. I think they're going to continue just to try to push top lane and get these racks down.
Yeah, they get the Daedalus on Ember Spirit.
And look at this sword in the bottom lane. Once again,
this
area belongs to us.
Yeah. Earlier on it was deeper into the neutrals. Now they're like, let's get even closer to their base.
It's like creeping closer and closer to the base. By the end of the day, there's going to be like a ward here. Yeah. Just like making sure that they have the ancient control by their wards.
And the other ward at the top lane, like they really see all and everything right now. IG's warding has been absolutely perfect. Chuan is really a fantastic support play, whichever way you look at it. So T2 tower going to go down. Wraith King did go back for that Mjolnir, so we get the Blade Mail Mjolnir. The full FU, try and hit me. Try and kill me now.
See what happens if you try and hit me.
Generally doesn't end too well.
And Chuan going for the Diffusal Blade. I like that pickup.
Okay.
Can't really...
Diffusal Blade get
Can he diffuse Dark Pass? Dark Pack? Is that...
Death Pack?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I say no. I'm not 100% sure. But that would be, like, I think pretty broken.
That would be way too good.
To make clicks...
That would be awful. You're right. That's really stupid. There's no way you can purge that. That would be way too good.
Under attack.
There's just, once again, no really rhyme or reason to what can be purged and what can't.
No. If it was purgeable, it'd just be like, yeah, it's just one of the Dota 2 mechanics.
Right.
So Centaur gets the Mjolnir buff on him. He's got 2k plus HP. Ohio just in the trees. He's got no Firefly, so that makes it really tricky to defend this. The KYX, he's going to have to micros hard that with his Brewmaster. That to me is all it comes down to for Titan. If they can get some nice little lockdown and just crowd control from KYXY, and Yamate gets a nice backstab coming in from behind, maybe things go a bit better. His net is close to a level 11. He'd love to have a level 2 ultimate. Like Yamate's fishing, coming in from behind, as are a few other heroes here. Chuan actually going to spot this one out. They get the silence on Ferrari. Can they bring him down? They get the lasso as well. Ferrari, the defensive nightmare, will help keep him alive. He gets the Sleight of Fist off now as well. Titan have lost 2. The Brewmaster being brought down without even using an ultimate. And with that, I think it's all over for Titan. The Brewmaster buying back. Ohio now in trouble. He gets hit by the hoof stomp. The double edge will finish him off. 3 down now after a buyback from the Brewmaster. He's going to get his Primal Split off, but he's in all sorts of trouble. He may just lose his Primal Split Warriors. They're on the run. This is going to be the death of the Brewmaster if he's not careful with these Primal Split Warriors. He may get the kill on Lua. Lua's out of mana.
Oh, wow.
That Wraith Fire Blast.
Yeah.
That's one of those like, oh, this game's in the bag. Yeah. Not really focused.
But, I mean, that was about as good of a engagement initiation as Ty could have asked for with the smoke and went behind, but it still just wasn't enough.
Faith got a really clutch Nightmare off.
Pick up on YYF here, but...
Batrider taking a heavy damage. He forced up forward. Oh dear, and Spirit getting the last hit for that one, so...
Sorry, really unfortunate. He got hit with the Ice Blast. His Slaughter Fist just ended. But it wouldn't matter.
So Ferrari, Daedalus, Battle Fury, 2k gold. He's TP'd himself home. Left the Fire Running up top, so he can just come right back into this one if he wants to. And no reason not to. Goes in, Slider Fist, and he's good to go once again.
I wonder what he'll build next. Probably another Battle Fury, you think?
Another
It doesn't
Battle
really
Fury,
matter
another
at this
crit.
point.
Yeah, it's could be whatever.
I think the double crit's underrated on Ember. The diminishing returns on that bat on 2, you obviously don't want more than 2, but I think the getting up to like, I think it's like 53%, 43% crit, approximately. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a really high chance.
Oh, they saw Clinks. Missed the Searing Chains, but they know where Yamate is. They're trying to hunt him down. Full stuff after. No hoof stomp though. Doesn't matter. There's your feast. Yamate's dead. And, still trying to get that BKB up. GG with that. That was the nail. I mean, it wasn't really the nail in the coffin. That came long ago. And Titan, they dropped game 1 in this best of 3. This is an elimination match. This is your loser bracket, and
it is.
IG just, I mean, I really liked IG's draft and strategy this game, and I think Titan just, the Clinks pick, not really doing enough, especially going into the mid lane.
No, he was just way too gankable by the Mirana Bane combo. He doesn't have a lot of, very little strength early. Like, they're going to have sentries. Like, the invisibility is not a good enough escape early against that type of setup, so. Yeah, the lanes just, I think, it was kind of a lane loss for Titan.
A lot of it was like whose supports also rotated better, because I think if you look at, like, what IG did was the same as what Titan did. Like, IG sacked the Wraith King in the safe lane. Same happened for the Batrider. And Wraith King didn't get much. Batrider got more than the Wraith King did because he rotated to the jungle.
Yeah, he
but
just naturally get more.
The Rubik AA never got any ganks off. They didn't successfully smoke gank mid. They killed Wraith King once, but killing the offlaners never... Like, to me, Wraith King was an offlaner. Like, he was just sacked. Like, they didn't care what happened to him. They don't care if he dies once. Even if he died 3 times there, they don't really care.
He ended up with third most last hits. So.
The Rubik AA needed to be more successful in rotations toward mid lane as well as the safe lane.
And it's just like just part of the heroes, right? The Rubik and Ancient Apparition were trying to rotate on an Ember Spirit and Centaur.
Yep.
Not exactly 2 of the easiest heroes to gank.
All right. Well, that does it for our game 1 of this best of 3. Titan versus IG, and we've got game 2 coming up. We'll be going into a quick break soon, but this is a best of 3. The loser bracket here. Loser if this is knocked out. Both these 2 teams losing in the round 1 of the winner bracket in somewhat surprising fashion. Well, more so for IG losing to Dreamtime Game. But as said, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, myself, Gods, as well as K-Pop Toast will bringing you game 2 of IG versus Titan. Don't go anywhere.